from the windy city of Chicago. Baseball from beautiful Wrigley Field. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Colorado Rockies and the Chicago Cubs. It's Cubs baseball on the show. Next. Alec Mills, a right-hander out of Tennessee, will be the starting pitcher. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
And stepping in, Raimel Tapia. And we are set for baseball here this evening. High in the air out to center field. Happ is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. And a moment now to peek at the Rockies starting lineup. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Yeah, Matty, this lineup likes to run the bases. They like to run them aggressively. Stolen bases are not out of the equation. Taking the extra bag, putting the defense on blast right here. The key for this offense is getting guys on base to create havoc.
Garrett Hampson comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of the season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
And that'll bring in Charlie Blackmon. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. Here's the pitch.
0-1 for count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Three and 1. Trevor Story would be next. The 3-1. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. John Gray, a right-hander from the Sooner State, gets the starting assignment here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
Javier Baez is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Well, boys, we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, they started yesterday off on the right foot. If they could put together 2 games in a row, a lot of positive vibes start happening. You never know. This could be a jump start to big things.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a liner. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Here's the first pitch to him. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The pitch. Horner is a guy some would regard as a defense-first type of player. He excels in the field and really makes an impact on games with his glove. At the plate, however, not quite as much of a threat.
Yeah, but a guy with a defensive-minded skill set like this can play in the big leagues a long time. You can find ways to score runs, find ways to put the bat on the ball. You can't find guys that play defense the way he does.
Throw to first will take care of him. Score it 2-3 on the putout, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in next will be Chris Bryant, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Left field and deep.
Oh, doctor, you can hang a star on that baby.
Chris Bryant leaves the yard with a solo shot. Number 25 for him on the year, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless and then grab a huge home run in the first.
Here's Joey Gallo now.
The right fielder.
As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Individual matchup numbers against John Gray. He's just 1 for 6. The 0-1.
Nope, at the ball. Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
Ball 3-1 now.
They know the threat this guy poses at the plate. I know it's a 3-1 in this situation right here, but I cannot believe for the life of me this pitcher is going to come anywhere near the middle of the zone.
The 3-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
This is on the ground over to first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. We'll head to the top of the second, and the Cubs have an early 1-0 lead. Trevor Story steps in now, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. First pitch on its way.
Hey, that's a good sinker right there. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's got that going, especially early, it's going to be tough to get some runs off him.
And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2. That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days. That can be a really tough pitch for a hitter to wait back on.
Happ picks it up.
Leadoff knock right there, Dan. How frustrating is it to let that leadoff guy get on?
Boy, every pitcher, you want to get that first guy out, D-Roy. The chances of scoring runs are so much more slim when you get that first guy out. Traffic on the bases, now you have to pitch out of the stretch. It's never easy for the pitcher.
So that'll bring up C.J. Cron, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 3 homers and 25 driven in. Here's a look over to first. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roll. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
The batter will be Sam Hilliard, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in there. Story, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. In there, a base hit.
Boy, D-Roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, any knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't usually get those. He has to square it up mid-barrel to find a way to get a knock. He hasn't had much luck this year, but he'll take that any day.
Into the box, Colton Welker, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250, 9 homers and 34 driven in. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however, and indeed he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
The catcher, number 45,
Elias Diaz, the next to hit. A potential tying run for him at third base. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Now a ball hit hard towards center. That's in there. Base hit. And the second run will score as well.
Boy, that'll cure being down by a run. Big 2 RBI base hit right there, D-Road, to give his team the lead.
Yeah, he flipped the script on that one, Dan. They were losing by 1. Huge knock right there. Hopefully the pitcher goes out and attacks.
At the plate now, John Gray, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Rockies pitcher with a bat in his hands and a 1-2 count. fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom of the second. Colorado's out in front, 2-1. And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate as we run you the numbers to see the splits between July and August. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
He swings and sends it in the air out to left center.
Hilliard comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for route number 1.
This opportunity is once in a lifetime.
Batting 6.
All right, guys, so here's how the Colorado Rockies set up defensively. And let me tell you about outfielder Chuck Nasty, Charlie Blackmon. One of the best in the business out there, covering a ton of room in the outfield, gap to gap, with one of the most accurate arms in the game.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 16 homers, 56 runs batted in. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Ripped down the line. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. Throw will not be in time at first. A good effort that time, but not enough to prevent them from getting a 1-out base runner.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
First pitch of the AB on its way. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. Individual matchup numbers against John Gray. Comes in with 6 hits in 32 at-bats. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Now the 2-0. Here's a drive out toward left center field. Happ blows through the stop sign, headed for home. The tag, and he's in there. It's a 2-2 game.
And these guys are showing some consistency in the early going here. Got a run in the first inning, and this double ensures that they'll at least get a run here in the second.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 8 home runs and 34 driven in. The 0-1. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
In now, Alec Mills, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The set and the 1-0.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
The set and the 2-0. Got his 2-0 fastball, but he was way behind, 2-1.
Ooh, man, was that a hack. He's trying to create his own run support with a swing like that.
The set and the 2-1. Fouled away. Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. We've played 2, and we are tied 2-2. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Raimel Tapia. He flew out in his last AB. First pitch of the AB on its way. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle, it's 0-1. Tapia, a native of the Dominican Republic. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Popped up. Bryant in foul ground, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now another 1-2. Down the third baseline, and this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. He'll get it into second.
Well, back in the day, you would hope your leadoff man can work a walk or leg out an infield single, but not in today's game. Now they expect the leadoff hitter to have a little pop, just like this guy. Nice leadoff double.
And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Weak grounder back to the mound. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Up next for Colorado, the right fielder, Charlie.
So one away now in the Colorado third. And in to bat next, the big-time RBI man, Charlie Blackmon. He's ready. Now the pitch. 1-0 count. Here it is. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. A man at third with one away. And he misses. 2-1. Curveball, and he thought it was strike 2. Instead, it goes to 3-1.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
And that misses, ball 4. So with one out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Almost looked semi-intentional there. The bad news is that there are 2 men on base. The good news is that an inning-ending double play is now in order.
Striding in is Trevor Story, and he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. First pitch of the AB now. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Has a look, now the pitch. And he stays alive here as he gets a piece of this, and in turn he gets a piece of the catcher behind the plate. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Here's C.J. Cron now. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. Fouled off. The 1-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Gallo is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 2 left for Colorado. We'll go to the bottom of the third, all even at 2 apiece. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Javier Baez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hampson trying to get there, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Nico.
In now is Nico Hoerner as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Struck out in his first at-bat. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Hilliard is there, and he has it for the out. So a runner on second with 1 down now, and that'll bring up Chris Bryant.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless.
No balls and a strike to count. Here comes the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Baez, the runner at second with 1 away. Here's a high pop-up. Cron over to his right. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The right fielder, number 13, Joey Gallo.
Now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Joey Gallo, grounded out in his last at-bat. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. One and 0. Here it is. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over.
Yes.
The love of the game runs deep with these folks. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago. Back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Rockies skipper Bud Black between innings, specifically about his club's offensive output to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Now it'll be Sam Hilliard. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Number 22, Sam Hilliard.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting.
All right, so time now for the Cubs Road to the Show report, as we see a couple of prospects who have been performing at a high level in the upper minors. Stepping in now, Colton Welker, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hits are now even at 4 apiece. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2 and 2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Just out in front of that one, still 2 and 2. The pitch. And this is a strike 3 call. Oh, caught a break there. 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
So now to the plate, Elias Diaz. And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right. He's under it, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. On to the bottom of the 4th. This game's tied at 2-2.
Bounce it, just bounce it. Everybody wanna come, I'm announcing it. I'm always gonna get it, I'm always gonna.
Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And set to go is the veteran first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo.
And the pitch.
That's a ball.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. The 1-1 is strike 2, swinging.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Looks like he was trying to bust him inside, and he might have held on to it just a little bit too long. Just like that, the leadoff man is aboard.
At the plate, Ian Happ batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike two anyway. 2-2 is our score. Leadoff man aboard at first here with nobody out. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Here's Jock Peterson now. Now a swinging bunt. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he fouls this one off. In the dirt here, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. From the stretch, down the left field line and deep. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
First pitch of the AB on its way as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
2 balls and a strike to count. Set to deliver on 2-1 down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off of the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
And now the Cubs pitcher, Alec Mills, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. From the stretch.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. A big-time strikeout and some raw emotion as he gets out of the jam. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Into the box now is the Colorado pitcher, John Gray, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Back to the top of the order now, and striding into the plate next will be Raimel Tapia. Here's the first pitch to him. And he lays off there, 1-0. Lifted in the air out to left. Peterson is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Now batting, number 1.
Digging in next, Garrett Hampson. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with.
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be one of those 1-2-3 easy innings, but now all of a sudden they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the 2-out double. Big moment here.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. And a ball, 1-0. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. 2 runs, 5 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Rolled slowly to first. He's right there, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. 2-out double left stranded. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. They've had their opportunities with runners in scoring position, but still have 0 hits to show for it in those situations. He said repeatedly not coming through with the big hit can wear on you as a team, but in this sport, you have to dwell on the positives. He's confident they'll find a way to break through sooner or later.
For the Cubs,
Thank you, Heidi.
the shortstop, Javier Baez.
Now here's the first offering. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Now a right-hander has started to get loose in the Colorado bullpen. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez. The 2-1 home. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Waiting on it is Tapia. 1 out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Nico Horner.
The next Cub up, Nico Horner, 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0.
Well, he's not proving that he can command his breaking ball in the zone right now. And until he does, there's no reason to bite on it.
A strike, and it's 2-1.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
The 2-1 home. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Trying to send him packing for the second time. The 2-2 one more time. High in the air out to center field. Tapia is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Here's Chris Bryant now. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First delivery to him. Changeup, a little bit inside, 1-0. A ball and a strike. Two runs, 4 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Grounder down the line at third, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Through 5, all even at 2-2. So here's the cleanup hitter, Trevor Story. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. First pitch on its way.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch.
After 2 great pitches, he has a lot of options right now. He could bounce something or go elevated fastball.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Now here's the pitch. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
To the plate now, C.J. Cron, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Grounded up the first baseline. Rizzo is there, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Sam Hilliard.
Now to the plate, here is Sam Hilliard. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here's the first pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Swing and a liner. And that'll get down for a 2-out single. The throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Yency Almonte enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and coming forward the veteran outfielder Joey Gallo.
The right fielder, Joey Gallo.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Hot shot down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And it's fouled away. Here's another 1-2. Another one sent foul. To first, reined in, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
First offering on its way. Lifted down the line in left. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. A pause and the 0-2. Chopped weakly up the first base line. Again, another foul ball. Ready with another 0-2. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
Into the box, Ian Happ, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 0-1 pitch. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
He chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Cubs are down in order. 6 innings complete, all square at 2-2. Jonathan Holder is on his way into the ballgame now as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year. Stepping up is Colton Welker. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
That was a good swing right there. Might be the best one he's had all night because he was right on it.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
Now back, the catcher, Elias Diaz.
Next to hit is Elias Diaz. Flew out last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder is on the run. Can't make the play, however. It's over his head. And he is into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Jonathan Daza will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. From the stretch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Gallo will drift over to his left a few steps as he takes it for the second out. Now into the box, Raimel Tapia. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the AB on its way. Ready with the 0-1.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Pops this one up. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. Rockies strand 1. Score remains 2-2. Tyler Kinley will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th. So next to bat will be the left-handed hitting Jock Peterson. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. He's set and the pitch. Hits this one hard the other way. Speared on the dive. He goes to first. Safe. A great effort comes up short, and now the potential lead run is on base at first.
I know he didn't smoke that one from the offensive standpoint, but you know what? A knock's a knock, especially to lead off an inning, game tied, and it's getting late. That could prove to be pivotal.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
Good fastball there. Didn't get the swing, but the guy at the plate isn't someone who chases many bad pitches.
The 1-1.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Jason Hayward will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning. He's set. Here it comes. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Lifetime against this pitcher. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Swing and a miss on what should have been ball 3. Instead, the count goes to 2-1.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Blackman going back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Javier.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Javier Baez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. From the belt, the pitch. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Has a look, now the pitch. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And that'll hit off the ivy out there. The relay in the dirt, and oh, he can't quite dig it out.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Ready now is Nico Horner. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
From the stretch. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And he misses with it, 1-1. Peterson on third. Baez on at second with 2 down. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball, 2-1. The set and the 2-1. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Here's the 2-2. Second and third, 2 away. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. Two and two. Here it is. Fouled away. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Good battle. Count remains full.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
The payoff pitch. And he struck him out. A 10-pitch battle, but he finally wears him down as the inning is over. Clearly fired up to work out of that jam. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Rowan Wick has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 50.
Digging in will be Garrett Hampson. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie. First offering.
1-0.
The 1-0. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
Now batting, right fielder, Charlie Watney.
Standing in now, Charlie Blackmon, as he'll take a look at ball 1. No hits to this point. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Peterson giving chase. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first. And the go-ahead runs in to score as they break the tie. It's 3-2.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one that makes you feel really good about yourself.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. Fouled off. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. A ball and a strike to Trevor Story. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Into the bleachers and gone. Trevor Story with a 2-run shot. Number 13 for him on the year. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Every run helps late in the game. And with this one on the board, they're now up 3 and only need 6 outs to end it. They've got a little room for error, and I'm sure they'd like to add to that even more if they can.
Brandon Workman is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out. At the plate now, C.J. Cron. Fly ball out toward left center field. Peterson on the run. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Next to dig in, Sam Hilliard. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. The pitch. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Stepping in now, Colton Welker. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The windup and the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, find a way right here. 2 outs. This guy has come in throwing bullets. If he can get this team into the dugout right here with another donut, and they regroup.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's now 5-2 Colorado. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Robert Stevenson will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Chris Owings will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
The third baseman, Chris.
And now the first pitch. As he'll cut on and miss it, a good slider at the knees for strike 1. His prior history versus this arm, he's only 1 for 10. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
The 1-1.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Fielded by Owings. Throw on to first, and 1 third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away. 5-2 our score as we get a look inside the numbers. It's our starter comparison for the 2 gentlemen that took the hill to start the ball game. So 1 gone here in the Chicago 8th, and up to bat next, the left-handed light tower power of Joey Gallo. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball one.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
1-0 pitch on the way. Popped him up. Diaz has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
And now Anthony Rizzo. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Boy, that's a nasty breaking ball right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the corner. As they say, that's a Hall of Fame pitch.
Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Here comes the 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Hampson waits on it. And he makes the play to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail 5-2. Andrew Chafin enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Striding in for the Rockies, Elias Diaz, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Now here's the first offering. Ball 1. Sinker stays outside and is behind now 2-0. And that one yanked just foul. The set and the 2-1 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Peterson has a read on it. 1 out.
Up next for Colorado, the third baseman, Chris Owens.
In now for Colorado, Chris Owens. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. One out, nobody on. Here's ball 1 now to the Rockies' third baseman. It's 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Now here's the pitch. Lifted in the air out to center field. Center fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Raimel Tapia.
So the Rockies lineup turns over, and to the plate, Raimel Tapia. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. Here's the first pitch to him. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ball 2 with a sinker that runs off the inside. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1. And this is down at the knees, but called a strike. Wow, it's 3-2 now. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They're still out in front, 5-2. Scott Oberg takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Ian Happ.
Hey, not impossible, but highly improbable. Even when you're at home to score 3 runs off a closer like this guy, they've got the work cut out for him.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. And that finds the target. 0-2 now. And it's fouled away. Oberg has thrown a little over 50 innings, and through those innings he's worked to a whip under 1.20. League average is around 1.3, so that's a respectable number. Chopped weakly to the left. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Peterson.
So now to the plate, Jock Peterson. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Count is even at 1-1 to Peterson.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away. Lays off. 2-2 now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
To the plate now, Wilson Contreras, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0. Hit in the air down the right field line. Blackmon on the move. And he tracks it down. And this ball game is over.
Well, the skipper has to be pleased. They go on the road and win the first 2 of this 3-game series, playing for the sweep tomorrow.
5-2 the final score tonight. The Colorado Rockies get their 30th win on the road so far this season. Tyler Kinley gets the win in relief, his 6th of the season. Scott Oberg hammers down the save, his 29th of the year. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rockies, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Cubs, 2 runs, 6 hits.